Okay, hey everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a Joan Holloway look from the series Mad Men, which is played by Christina Hendricks, who is absolutely gorgeous. She is the redheaded Marilyn Monroe. She has that sweet, sultry voice and the curves to die for. The only thing is, instead of being a blonde, she is a voluptuous redhead. She is the sex pot of Mad Men, in my opinion, and I thought since Halloween is coming and it's the fall season that this would be a great look to recreate for Halloween or a dinner party or anything if you just want to kind of do the pinup look but have it be a little more not so retro but just kind of glamorous. So I thought that's what we would do today. So I already have my Joan face on, and the best way to describe Joan Holloway's look in the series Mad Men, because it was the 1950s to the 1960s, it kind of has a Marilyn Monroe spin on it without certain glamorous details that Marilyn Monroe used to do, because that was the big thing. So her lips are red in the show, but they're kind of a muted red. They're not that bright pinup red, which is something I recreated on my own mouth today. Christina Hendricks has a drier skin type, and I know that she uses Cogen Dew. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, don't hold it against me. So I used the Lancome Tint Miracle, and I'm going to note what I used on my face in the sidebar, because I wanted to kind of recreate the essence of her look in the show. And then the eye is very, very simple, and it's kind of like a pinup eye, but it's more muted, almost as if in the 1950s, being that Joan was a modern woman of the time, it's what a modern woman would be wearing. She wouldn't be wearing the glamorous Marilyn Monroe look every day in and out of work and, in her social life. So that's what I have on. That's what we're going to be redoing. I primed my eye using the Too Faced Eye Insurance Eye Primer, which is a little blue tube, and I don't have it with me, and I'm not going to go upstairs and find it because I just don't have that kind of time. The first color you're going to want to use, and use whatever you have at home that's comparable, because that's kind of what I did. And I kind of dissected her look from the show, from pictures of her that were captured from the show, and then pictures of Christina Hendricks in general. Christina Hendricks doesn't really deviate from the Joan Holloway look that much, even when she's on the road, on the road carpet, the red carpet. So I'm gonna pop these out of my little case. I don't want to get my fingers in them because they're gross. It'll be easier for you guys to see. This is the color Vanilla, and Vanilla is from MAC, and it has kind of like a luminosity to it, so it works for our wash color. Using my big Mirabella brush, I'm going to apply Vanilla from my lash line up to my brow bone. And you really want to pack this on there because it is the 1950s, and it is the 1950s. It's really not, but what we're recreating is. And you really want to just kind of cover up any of your own natural skin that's going to come through. You really want this to be a dense color on your lid and up to your brow bone. And I know that my hair is kind of covering this eye. You can kind of see the finished eye here and what it's going to look like. Using an angled eyeshadow brush, take the same color and just apply it underneath your lower lash line, because this is what's going to brighten and kind of widen and open up the eye look, and it's going to create a really clean, seamless look across the eyelid. Now I'm going to be mixing two colors today to achieve the crease color I have for her and what's on my left eye. This is my Tarte palette, and I got this for Christmas a couple years ago. It's called Femme Naturelle, and it's refillable, which is kind of cool, and I really like Tarte's theory on a whole lot of things, so I like to support them. Anyway, the color we will be using is this guy. And we're going to be mixing this Tarte color with a matte color I have. The name of that creature isn't even listed. So if you this is what the palette looks like. It has a little bow. And again, I just said I dumped a whole bunch of these on my table. But these are the colors that come in the case. So you can see this guy, and then this purpley guy kind of comes in it too. Whatever, they fell out. I don't feel like fixing it right now. Using a crease brush, you're going to dip it in to this color right here, and you're going to apply that starting next to your nose to really concentrate the color, working it into your crease and going straight out. But when you get straight out, bring it down towards the lash line, kind of like a V. That's kind of a trick they used to use to really bring the eye up and open it. but don't go so far up that you're hitting the brow area, because the brow area needs to stay clean. And Joan Holloway's brows are just naturally, I think, filled in according to Christina Hendricks' brow shape. But if you want an authentic kind of pin-up look, what you can do is just bring your brows up to a point and bring it down. They used to do that to shorten the forehead and make it look, I guess, more glamorous, and that was their ideal of symmetry at the time. Marilyn Monroe used to do it all the time too, and that's your history lesson for today. Now the next color we'll be using in our crease is a color called Soft Brown. This is from MAC, and I love this color. And it just is going to kind of help warm up the crease, because that was more like a beigey pink. I hope my colors come out really nice on camera, but if not, Google all the colors. And starting next to your nose again, apply the soft brown, and then really work this in your crease. So just swing it back and forth. And concentrate it more in the center of the crease and next to the nose than the outer corner. And this is just going to add dimension. It's kind of like contouring the eye so that your lid really pops out and comes forward. I'm going to be using a palette that I got from Bella something. You can Google this. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's going to be in the sidebar. It's called Bella and Bloom. You can order it online. I picked this up at a local shop. They don't sell it there anymore, unfortunately. So the next time I want it, I'm going to have to order it online. We're going to be using a color. We're going to be using two colors today. This one's called Sunflower. Boom. And this one's called Orchid. And what I'm going to do is be using a really small, tiny eyeshadow brush and just dipping it into Sunflower. And these things come off really pigmented. This is a great palette, so if anybody's interested in how the eyeshadows come off, they're wonderful and they're beautiful. Just apply the Sunflower color right onto the lid. And you can see just by watching how much color came off my brush. And just pack it in there. This is going to make your lid really stand out and come forward. And then take some of that Sunflower color and go down next to your nose. Okay, once you're done with the Sunflower, you're gonna grab your angled eyeshadow brush again and dip it into Orchid or anything that's comparable. Here's the colors one more time just so that you can see them. Dip it into Orchid and then apply that along your lower lash line to meet the vanilla color that you put on earlier. So you're only going to go halfway over. Joan Holloway doesn't wear any eyeliner on the bottom lashes, so we're just going to be using shadow to kind of create a thicker lash line. And then blend that out. So just, rub your angled eyeshadow brush on like a, napkin, and then just kind of soften it and blend it out a little bit. Then using the vanilla color that we used previously as our wash color, using the same small eyeshadow brush. I mean, you can use whatever brush you prefer. I'm just going to use it because I already have it out. I'm going to pack in the vanilla color underneath my brow because we really want the brow to look sharp and angular. Plus, when you really matte out a brow or make it look especially white, it draws attention to that area on the face and it just brings your eye up. So it's a really quick, easy trick to kind of give you that brow lift. And that's it. So that's it for the eyeshadows. It's that simple, it's that easy. Here's the next part. The part of the eyeliner. I need a couple tools here. I'm going to be using the Black Track Fluid Line from MAC with my 209 brush from MAC. And you're going to be creating a very baby cat eye. So the best way that you can do this is go where the end of the lashes are and kind of just flick up a tiny, tiny bit. Kind of like that, okay? Then draw straight over, kind of creating a lopsided triangle into the middle part of the eye. So it's going to kind of be like this. It's going to kind of look like this until you fill it in. And what you're just trying to achieve is you're just building up the thickness of the liner, which is really important. And then make your line next to your nose thinner. So the thickest part should be on the outer corner. Ugh, and don't mind my skeezy nails today. I didn't have time to get them painted, and I didn't paint them before I recorded, and they look horrible and cheap. I hate it when it looks like that, but whatever. All right, now when you get done building up the basic shape, go back out to the outer corner and kind of just flick that up a tiny bit. And I find using something like a gel liner is actually easier to achieve these looks than using a pencil or a liquid liner, but you can use whatever you prefer. All right, now keep that out because to create the Joni look, you need to have false eyelashes on, and we're gonna be using this again after we apply our false lashes. Now, grabbing a black eyeshadow, this is Carbon by MAC. I'm gonna be using an angled eyeshadow brush, and you're gonna go back over the line you just created and set it. This helps it to wear all day, and it also, if you have any gaps, it kind of fills the gaps, and it really makes the black liner just jump out at you. And then here's a trick to making your lash line look even thicker without adding more liner on top. I'm going to be using Black Coffee by Lancome. And what you want to do is use this in your upper waterline. Now, if it irritates your eyes, don't do this, but I find that this eyeliner doesn't irritate my eyes. And on the outer corner, just really coat your upper waterline. And you can do this several ways. You can pull your eyelashes up and kind of get in there, or you can just look down and push up with your eyeliner and get in there. And that just kind of creates a thicker lash line without putting gobs more on top of your eyelashes. Now curl your eyelashes next. After you've got a good curl going on with your lashes, apply mascara. I'm using my Tarte 4-in-1 mascara, which I'm obsessed with and I really like. And you're just gonna apply mascara to the top lash line only and just wiggle the brush back and forth and really create a lot of volume, especially to the outer lashes. But be careful that you don't go too fast, because if you do, you're gonna get the mascara up onto the lid, and that's not what you wanna do, because then you have to go back in and fix it. Okay, so this is your finished Joan eye look without the eyelashes. And I'm gonna go put my fake eyelashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put my fake eyelashes on now. I used the Ardell's 135, and they're already cut in half. I'll note that in the sidebar. I believe that's correct. But I really like the ones that are already cut in half because you just put them right on there. You don't have to work with them. And I believe in the show, probably use individual lashes, but if it's quick and easy, just use half lashes to achieve that eye. Now, like I said, after you put your fake eyelashes on, you're gonna wanna go back and kind of thicken up the eyeliner. So using the Black Track and the 209 brush, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back over the line that I created earlier. I'm just gonna thicken it a little bit on top of those fake lashes so that you can actually see it. And there it is. And that's all it takes. And this is a really great trick if you're using lashes and you want to kind of cover up the lash line, is to use like a liquid liner or a gel to kind of cover it up so that you can't see it. This is also a trick if you are doing Marilyn Monroe for Halloween that you can do for your Marilyn Monroe costume. Of course, Marilyn Monroe, if you really want to be authentic, did not use black. She used black brown, kind of like a coffee color, like a deep, deep, deep espresso brown. She didn't use black, FYI. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this was easy for you guys to recreate. Come back and visit me soon. Bye! Well, they all fell onto my table. And in the series, okay, I guess the easiest way, Samson! I'm sorry, my cat is getting into something he's not supposed to. No. Why won't you go back to your home? Go back to your home. Fine, don't go back to your home. Here. One of you is listening. Okay.